Hey, good afternoon. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Want to be my neighbor? Always love the Fred Rogers approach. It's kind of like Jesus. Look for the helpers. And if you remember that, maybe you could be a helper too. And that's something. We need more helpers. Snuffy Smith, banjo bridge, crow spacing. It's a 5/8. I did order 2 of these recently from Elderly Instruments. I have my gold tone Cripple Creek, Carlin Cripple Creek banjo here. It does have, I think, about 11/16 bridge. I'm gonna try this Snuffy Smith here and see if it works. I've been told that I can just pop it in and it shouldn't be an issue, but I'm nervous. I am nervous, and I just want to see if it's something that I can do, if it will change my banjo too much or cause me any issues. And like usual, I usually mark I like these mechanical pencils for this because it's just kind of gets in there a little sharper. Just kind of mark where your old bridge was with the pencil. Now I've got this in place. I got the strings kind of lined up in there. I'm just gonna flip this one down now. If you're wondering what I mean, kind of turn it a little bit. That front one, I'm just gonna pop it down and it'll just flip out of the way. And that you can it's a fairly simple thing you can do either way. I say, be a little careful. The strings might pop out of the slots on the bridge, but it's not the end of the world. I don't recommend restringing the whole banjo to do this. You can just pop these in. I am nervous, like I said, because it is a little shorter bridge. It did change the string height quite a lot. And I'm gonna check the tune. I think that's gonna be where this one, when I did it on my other banjo, everything went really high. This one is the opposite. It went a little low. And these are all in open. My banjos mostly are in open G tuning. So that's GB, GBD. So this string is a G. It had gone a little low. This is my D. Okay, there we go. It sounds a little vibraty. So I don't know if the small bridge is gonna work. Might just be popping the old one back in. Doesn't sound horrible. It does sound a little vibraty, but I believe on this, with the space I have, because I do have a 13-inch pot in this banjo, that the 13 to the 12th fret, I can go as far as 13.5 to the bridge, is what I've heard with the 13-inch banjo. If you know anything about that, let me know. I feel like there's a little vibration at the top. Tell you automatically, I don't really like how it sounds, and I'm gonna just put the other one back in real quickly. Just kind of get back to that sound, and what's you can pop these in here. You can pop them in and just kind of line up the slots and slide them on, and then you can pop the strings into the slots if they're not in there, and then pay attention to that mark. I have that good little mark on there. And then I'm going to snap this Snuffy Smith out of here. I think I need to get a little taller. I need to get a little bit taller Snuffy Smith for this banjo in order for it to make sense. And one of the things they always suggest is kind of look down the side of this. They can get kind of tippy one way or the other, which will affect the sound a little bit. So, obviously it's going to be really out of tune now that I put that back and I tuned it to the other tuning, so just a little high. Nice, right there. And a little sharp. Now, in this one I do have the same setup with the tuner on the body of the banjo. And I also did a similar thing with the strap. Just putting these on here, there's a little screw-on thing here. I tighten it a little bit. Like I said with these, I don't really like how these kind of scratch the body of the banjo. That's why I moved to the other ones that are also a screw-on one, which seem a little bit safer too. They definitely have a higher rating for weight. Now this strap, I recently just put the strap on here. I had a spike belt on this banjo. You've seen videos of this banjo before. This is what I lovingly dub murder banjo. They wouldn't let me into the Great American Beer Fest with it. They said it was a weapon, and then they wouldn't refund me my money, and that's why I won't support that event anymore. Same thing, Page Capo. This one I did put a nice little railroad spike in. I'm thinking of doing a video of the railroad spike because I did do it myself, and I like how it came out. And it's nice to be able to railroad spike capo that string, and then I can kind of. I probably should not do that right away. Let me play it back with the old bridge just to see the sound. You can see why I think I like this bridge more. I like it like this. I'm excited about the Snuffy Smith stuff, and I like how it sounds on the other banjo that I have from Goldtone. This is the Carlin Cripple Creek. This was my first really nice banjo. It's got the cutout for a clawhammer. I did put a pickup in it, and I don't hit it where the pickup is. I put the pickup where I already hit, because I am a thumb slapper on the banjo, and I do hit my fingertips too, weirdly, which I like the extra sound, and it's how I wanted to play banjo the whole time, so I feel like I'm accomplishing that. You can get up here in the cutout. I mean, for the style I like to play, so. But I did put a pickup here, so when I want to get a little wild live play, I can make that extra noise. So, not for everybody, but Goldtone stuff, I really enjoy it, and I think, it is made, the parts are made in China, it's assembled in America. I do have some, also a Deering banjo that I really enjoy, and I really just, honestly, I can't afford to play the banjo like a lot of people can, and this is a very nice banjo for my needs, and I'm grateful that there's a price point for guys like me that really enjoy the banjo, want a high-grade banjo, but also I don't have $3,000 to $5,000. Maybe someday if I get enough on one of these, someone will give me one. Cheers. Hope you're having a good new year.